sometimes, you know. So I'm using the official website. Anyways, today, people, this is actually a very rare type of video because me and my mother over here, who you can't see. Say hi, Mom.
Hi. He's holding me hostage again.
But anyways, this ain't a reaction video, so you ain't gonna see that much. So I'm going to just play.
Title: Gotham Noir. In the dark, rain-soaked streets of Gotham City, the year was 1939. Crime and corruption thrived, and the city was a breeding ground for villainy. Amongst the shadows, a caped crusader known as Batman emerged to bring justice to the city he loved. As the clock struck midnight, the Joker's manic laughter echoed through the alleys. The Clown Prince of Crime had concocted a deadly plan to poison the city's water supply with a toxin that would drive its citizens insane. Batman, accompanied by his trusted ally, Commissioner James Gordon, embarked on a relentless pursuit of the madman. Meanwhile, the Riddler, a cunning and enigmatic criminal mastermind, had set a series of mind-bending puzzles across the city. His intricate riddles led Batman and Detective Harvey Bullock on a twisted journey through Gotham's underbelly. Each clue brought them closer to unraveling the Riddler's grand scheme. In the midst of the chaos, the seductive and elusive Catwoman prowled the city's rooftops, stealing priceless jewels and artifacts. Batman's alter ego, Bruce Wayne, found himself drawn to the enigmatic femme fatale. But his duty as the Dark Knight came first, and he pursued Catwoman relentlessly. As the night unfolded, Batman and his allies closed in on their respective foes. Batman confronted the Joker at the abandoned amusement park, where a harrowing showdown ensued. With Gordon's help, Batman thwarted the Joker's diabolical plan to poison the water supply, but the Clown Prince managed to escape, leaving a haunting smile in his wake. Meanwhile, Harvey Bullock and Batman deciphered the Riddler's final riddle, leading them to a hidden bomb set to detonate in the heart of the city. With seconds to spare, they disarmed the device, but the Riddler managed to elude capture, leaving behind only a cryptic message. In a climactic rooftop showdown, Batman confronted Catwoman, torn between his duty and his feelings for the enigmatic thief. Their battle ended in a passionate kiss, leaving both of them with unanswered questions. In the end, Gotham City was saved from the brink of madness, but the three villains remained at large, leaving Batman, Harvey Bullock, and Commissioner Gordon with a sense of unease. The shadows of Gotham held many secrets, and as the rain continued to fall, the eternal battle between good and evil raged on in the city's noir-infused streets.
There's someone literally trying to open up our door. Anyways, that prompt was write me a Batman story in the 1930s titled Gotham Noir. Okay, so this ain't my original one. That's somewhere else. But I don't care. Anyways, now we're going over to my mother's.
Just do whatever.
So I don't have to go back and forth? You said that you were Stabby at the end then.
I don't even know if I'm doing mine tonight.
Then I have Stories of the Bat, which is a prequel to Gotham Shadows. Not Gotham Shadows, Gotham Noir. So yeah, it's a prequel. We love prequels. Cough, cough. Star Wars, cough, cough. That's sarcasm. No, not that many people really like prequels.
Title: Stories of the Bat.
Part 1:
The Cat and the Bat.
You know she ain't going to.
Long before the events of Gotham Noir in the year 1937, Gotham City was a city consumed by corruption and crime. Bruce Wayne had just embarked on his journey as the vigilante known as Batman, a symbol of hope amidst the darkness. But the city's underbelly was a maze of secrets and enigmas that even the Dark Knight had yet to uncover. One moonlit night, Batman found himself on the trail of a notorious jewel thief known as the Cat. She was a mysterious and alluring figure, rumored to have a penchant for stealing the most valuable gems in Gotham. Her crimes were executed with precision, leaving no trace behind. As Batman pursued the cat's latest heist, he found himself ensnared in an elaborate trap. The cunning thief had lured him into a seemingly abandoned warehouse. The room was dimly lit, and the air was thick with tension. Emerging from the shadows, the cat revealed herself. Clad in a sleek, form-fitting costume, she possessed an aura of confidence and allure that left Batman momentarily entranced. Her eyes, shimmering like emeralds, met his beneath the mask. "Batman," she purred, her voice a seductive whisper. "I've been expecting you." Batman's stoic demeanor did not waver. "Your thieving days end here, Cat. Surrender peacefully and justice will be served." But the cat was not so easily deterred. She unleashed a flurry of acrobatic moves, dodging Batman's attacks with grace and agility. The two engaged in a mesmerizing dance, a battle of skill and wits. As the fight raged on, Batman found himself captivated not only by the cat's physical prowess, but by her mysterious charm. It was a clash of ideologies, his unwavering commitment to justice versus her enigmatic allure. In the end, Batman managed to subdue the cat and unmask her, revealing a woman named Selina Kyle. With her true identity exposed, Selina's gaze held a mixture of defiance and vulnerability. "Why do you do this, Selina?" Batman asked, his voice laced with empathy. She hesitated for a moment before responding. "In this city, you can't rely on the law to protect the innocent. Sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands." Batman understood the complexity of her motives. He handed her over to the authorities, but couldn't help feeling a connection to the enigmatic woman who walked the fine line between criminality and justice. As they parted ways, Batman couldn't shake the feeling that their paths would cross again. Little did he know that the encounter with Selina Kyle, the cat, would be the beginning of a complex relationship, one that would challenge his principles and blur the lines between hero and anti-hero in the dark, unforgiving streets of Gotham City.
Next is part 2. Shadows of the Past.
I hear you, I'm coming. Oh, I hear you, I'm coming.
Title: Stories of the Bat, Part 2, Shadows of the Past. In the months that followed their first encounter, Batman's thoughts often drifted back to Selina Kyle, the cat. Despite their opposing roles, he couldn't deny the connection he felt that night in the dimly lit warehouse. Gotham City continued to spiral deeper into chaos, and the presence of costumed criminals like the cat only grew more prevalent. One fateful evening, as Batman patrolled the city's rooftops, he spotted a signal in the night sky, a crimson bat signal. Commissioner Gordon needed his help, and he responded swiftly, gliding through the shadows to reach police headquarters. Inside Gordon's office, the commissioner looked troubled. "Batman, we've got a problem. There's a new player in town calling himself the Penguin. He's causing havoc in the criminal underworld, and we need to put a stop to him." Batman nodded, his mind focused on the task at hand. But as he prepared to leave, Gordon's voice held a hint of concern. "Batman, I've heard rumors about the cat. It seems she's been involved in a series of high-profile heists again. Keep an eye out." The mention of Selina's name brought a mix of emotions to Batman's heart. He knew he couldn't let his feelings for her cloud his judgment. "I will, Commissioner," he replied, and then disappeared into the night. As Batman pursued the Penguin's criminal operations, he couldn't help but notice that the cat's activities had intensified. Her thefts grew bolder and more audacious, leaving riddles and clues behind, as if challenging him. It was clear that she was pushing his limits. One night, their paths crossed once more. Batman confronted Selina Kyle atop a moonlit rooftop, where she was in the midst of another daring heist. "Selina, this has to stop," Batman urged, his voice tinged with frustration. She turned to face him, a mischievous smile playing on her lips. "You're always so serious, Batman. Where's the fun in that?" Their confrontation escalated into a rooftop chase, and for a moment, Batman found himself torn between pursuing justice and his undeniable attraction to the cat. In the end, he managed to capture her once again, but this time he couldn't bring himself to hand her over to the authorities. Instead, he offered her a choice, a chance at redemption. You can use your skills to help Gotham, Selina, not steal from it. Join me in protecting this city. Selina hesitated, her eyes locked with his behind the mask. For a moment, it seemed as if she might accept his offer. But then, with a graceful leap, she slipped away into the shadows, leaving Batman alone on the rooftop. As he watched her vanish into the night, Batman couldn't help but wonder if there was still hope for Selina Kyle, the cat. Their complex dance of morality and attraction had only just begun, and the shadows of Gotham held many secrets. Secrets that would test the limits of their connection and the boundaries of justice.
Okay, this part of the story confused me. And it ain't my fault this time, since I write me a continuation of the previous story. And it mentions the Penguin, but then it goes back to Catwoman. Like, why is Jim calling you about the Penguin, and then also telling you about Catwoman, and then you, instead of going after the weapons dealer, you go after the jewelry thief? I don't get it. At least if I get confused, the next story is my fault, because I, for one, did it what I wanted in this one. This is part 3. The last one was
Stories of the
Catwoman.
Bat, Part 3, The Cat's Gamble. In the midst of a moonlit night, the chase was on once again. Batman pursued Catwoman through the twisting alleyways of Gotham, her lithe form always just out of his reach. The city's skyline loomed above them as they darted between shadows, but Batman's pursuit was interrupted by a sudden commotion. Down a darkened alley, a group of armed men in sharp suits emerged, members of the notorious Falcone mob family. They were in the middle of a dangerous deal, and their presence posed a threat to the city. Batman knew he couldn't let them go unchecked, and with resolve, he took on the mobsters, subduing them one by one. As the Falcone mob members were restrained and the police were called in to handle the situation, Catwoman seized the opportunity to escape yet again. Batman's sense of duty weighed heavily on him, but he couldn't allow the mob's criminal activities to continue unchecked. Weeks passed, and the elusive Catwoman continued her string of heists, growing bolder with each successful theft. But Batman's determination was unwavering. He pursued her relentlessly, knowing that he needed to bring her to justice. One night, the chase led them to Gotham National Bank, where Catwoman attempted a daring robbery. Batman arrived just in time to thwart her plans. A fierce battle ensued, with Catwoman using her agility and wit to evade him at every turn. But this time, Batman was prepared. Their confrontation reached its climax inside the bank's vault, where Batman finally apprehended Catwoman. She looked into his eyes, a mixture of defiance and something else, an unspoken connection between them. "Selina, it doesn't have to be like this," Batman said, his voice filled with sincerity. She hesitated for a moment before sighing. "Maybe you're right, Batman." It was a fleeting moment of vulnerability, and in that instant, they shared a kiss. A brief, passionate exchange that left both of them breathless. But their stolen moment was cut short as the police arrived to take Catwoman into custody. Harvey Dent, a rising star in Gotham's legal world, stepped forward as her lawyer, determined to secure her release. Blackgate Prison, with its low security level, became her temporary home, but the connection between Batman and Catwoman remained as electric as ever. Their encounters had blurred the lines between right and wrong, and the city watched with bated breath to see how this complex relationship would unfold. As the story concluded, Commissioner Gordon approached Batman, handing him a letter. The envelope contained a riddle that read, "Hi diddle riddle, what am I? I have a face and arms, but no body." Batman's mind raced to decipher the puzzle, realizing that the mysteries of Gotham were far from over. In the dark corners of the city, the shadows concealed secrets, and the Caped Crusader was determined to uncover them, one riddle at a time.
Yeah. Anyways, the comic book connections is all in one part. The Carmine Falcone mob in this part of the story here, because Catwoman was alleged to be Carmine Falcone's daughter, and Carmine Falcone is the reason why Two-Face became Two-Face. So that's why I added in Harvey. Also, what I was trying to do was build off of the Gotham Noir story, because it didn't give that much into the, existence of Batman and how and how the criminals are. Like, the ones in the story, Riddler, Catwoman, and Joker. So I'm having it build off. And now the next one is part 4. I honestly don't remember how many parts I made stories of the Bat. I think that was like until I stopped doing Batman stories. But I took a little break, I believe, at some point in between these stories. Okay, it wasn't part 7 where I took the break, or part 8. You're gonna like part 8.
Well, I'm gonna go take a bath while you're using my phone.
Okay. It wasn't part 10. I know I took a break somewhere in between here. In one of these ones. I know I took a break at some point. But I don't remember where I took the break at. I think it's one of... It's coming up, I will say that. But anyway, we gotta go back up to part 4. Part 4. Here. Here we go! Yahoo! Let's go!
Title: Stories of the Bat. Part 4. The clock's secret days turned into weeks as Batman delved into the enigma presented by the riddle. Hi, Riddle. What am I? I have a face and arms, but no body. With his keen detective skills, he finally deciphered the answer. It was a clock. But the riddle had merely unveiled a new layer of intrigue, and Gotham's mysteries ran deeper than he could have ever imagined. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Batman embarked on a quest to uncover the meaning behind the cryptic messages. His investigation led him through the labyrinthine streets of Gotham, from darkened alleys to hidden chambers. Along the way, he encountered allies and adversaries alike, all connected by the city's shadows. As Batman unraveled the threads of the clock's secret, he couldn't escape the feeling that someone was orchestrating these puzzles, leading him down a path of revelations he might not be prepared for. One night, as the moon hung low in the sky, Batman stumbled upon a derelict chapel nestled in the heart of the city. It was a place where secrets were whispered, where the weight of one's sins could be laid bare. And there, in the dimly lit sanctuary, he found the answer to the next riddle etched onto the chapel's ancient altar. You come here to confess your sins. What am I? Before he could decipher its meaning, the echoes of distant footsteps signaled an ominous presence drawing near. Batman retreated into the shadows, knowing that the answers he sought might lead him to the heart of darkness in Gotham. The enigma deepened, and the story continued to unfold, leaving Batman and the city entangled in a web of riddles and intrigue. As he stood there, the words "to be continued" etched into the darkness, Batman realized that the true secrets of Gotham were yet to be revealed, and he was determined to confront whatever lay ahead, no matter how dark or twisted it might become.
Am I? Part 5.